sure.
As soon as I see myself on the screen, I kept going.
I was seeing myself on the screen as punishment. That's my.
No. Oh my gosh.
I did something wrong and deserve this.
So why don't we have our guests introduce themselves?
Okay, excellent. Michael Risse.
Yeah. And what do you do?
Well, today, now I'm a CMO of a...
CMO? That's a...
Sorry.
It's one of those three-letter acronyms that we love.
I'm a chief marketing officer for a company called Seeq, which is advanced analytics for process manufacturing companies.
All right, hang on. Let me just parse that.
Yeah.
Advanced analytics. Hang on. You're knocking around our camera over there.
You knocked the...
Hang on. We're good.
See, this is live. This is all
live. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oops.
1, 2, 3. Oops.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
And and the camera moved a little bit. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Excellent.
All right. So advanced analytics.
Yes.
For.
It's advanced analytics.
Yes.
Application for process manufacturing.
For process manufacturing.
Advanced analytics means we're using big data, machine learning, some open source to enable an application. It's an application experience in the Bill Gates sense of application. Interactive, productive.
Not Bill Gates' application in the sense that it's Battleship Gray and runs in a little window. Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page here, chat room.
For process manufacturing, specific to process manufacturing. Now, we live in a big data world, and everybody wants to talk about volume and velocity. There's also variety.
Okay.
And the Seeq application is specific to time series data associated with process manufacturing plants. If you've got relational data, you've got great other options. If you've got semi-structured data, you've got great options. If it's time series data, continuous analog signals, that's our specific focus.
Oh, okay. So,
there's all kinds of data.
There is
I will
so
tell you
much.
It's funny because prior to that, I was with Microsoft for about 20 years, from 1990.
5 million years.
Yeah, 5 million. From about 1990 to 2010.
Oh, man.
But I spent that whole time basically in the confines of an IT department, right? In the IT department perspective, IT department sort of horizontal labs. Now it's completely different. Like we're in refineries and mills and mines and plants and breweries, distilleries and dairies, like where stuff gets made. Water utilities.
Farms, right? The sample that Scott Hunter showed us yesterday about hazelnuts. They're monitoring hazelnuts with .NET.
If that data is continuous,
yes,
meaning we're checking humidity levels,
yes,
then we would be able to help
analyze
and figure out what correlate to best production, correlate to best supplier, correlate to amount of water. Yes, those types of analysis.
Very cool. And let's introduce our third guest.
Oh, hi. I'm Marie Huwe.
Yes.
And I am not a CMO.
Not a CMO. Sorry, you're right out. Goodbye.
I am a vice president.
Oh, dear.
I run developer programs and evangelism for DocuSign.
DocuSign?
Yes, a lot of people actually do know what DocuSign is these days. Mostly because they have signed something. Their mortgage, their offer letter, a bank loan. They might have gone into a T-Mobile store.
All of our VAR agreements with our resellers, we have 50 resellers around the
world.
All
you're not referring to a variant here in code.
A value-added reseller.
Thank you.
So the system integrators who can sell and support Seeq on a worldwide basis all use DocuSign to sign the agreements.
Fantastic.
That's an example.
Okay. So, and we talked to Mike from DocuSign yesterday a little bit about some of your announcements this week.
Yes.
And a little bit later today, we're going to do some pair programming with some folks from DocuSign. We're going to show how to light up DocuSign features inside of an application live right here on the channel.
Yep.
There you go.
He's an original VB product manager.
Wait, an original VB product manager.
He is a...
Wait, now is that VB5, VB4?
Keep going.
VB3.
Keep going.
Oh my.
Keep going.
VB2.
Keep going.
VB1.
VB1.
Wow. All right.
Thunder, the power to crack windows.
Oh my goodness. All right. All right.
That's right. It was codenamed Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
God.
So let's. Oh my gosh, I got to go into this.
I know
one a little
most
bit.
of your people weren't born when that happened. I know that. I'm getting used to
no.
that.
Okay, hang on. So VB1. Let's talk about that for a second because we have a number of folks that are .NET developers here.
Right.
And Rift 87 is pointing out that he's also not a CMO.
Not a CMO.
Not a CMO. We've got that straight. Okay.
All right, good.
All right. So, and a lot of these folks, we've been using languages, and we take advantage of the fact that C#'s been around for almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
Visual Basic, VB.NET in this incarnation has been around for almost 20 years.
Right.
But VB1, right? I mean, that started a lot of this, right? I mean, the conversion from basic to Visual Basic, that must have been an interesting step.
Well, I think there were two things. There was one was the language modernization.
Yes.
But then the second part, or three parts. One was language modernization itself. The second one would be the whole idea of visual programming and laying things out as opposed to trying to code them up from bit by bit.
But it gets you that rapid application development immediately.
Like, let's get something done a lot quicker than what we used to be able to do.
Very productive.
And then the third thing was there were a set of innovations that came in. For example, syntax completion, right? Color-coded syntax.
Yes.
Like the ability to look up all your...
IntelliSense.
IntelliSense.
Oh my gosh. No, okay, I got to ask, what year was this?
That would have been 96.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And in 97, 98, we put IntelliSense into Visual C++.
Yep. And then it got moved across
yes.
to various
So
IntelliSense in C++.
Well, I was the C++ product manager.
Okay.
That's how I started.
Much respect.
Thank you.
But the funny part about this is now, my son is here who was not born at the time, but when they're looking at these coding products that they use today, these open, it's like, do you know where all those features come from? They're like, no, they've just always been there. No, they didn't.
No.
Somebody created them, they innovated with them, and now they're all sort of standard. The visual piece, the coding piece.
So then I've got to ask you, as you look at, I feel like we've just taken another step with IntelliSense with the introduction of IntelliCode.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen, we've got AI now running against our libraries and telling you these are the common things you can use, and it puts that little star next to it and prioritizes things. It feels like 20 years later, 25 years later, we've advanced IntelliSense again.
There's now the balancing, the interesting part's going to be getting the tuning right.
Yes.
Because as we've known, IntelliSense, like statement completion, boom, these are my functions. These are that's
simple. I know the context you're in.
We also sometimes remember Clippy from Microsoft Office.
Oh, don't even bring up Clippy. Nobody here.
Hang on. Chat room.
Oh, no.
Help me out. Chat room.
I didn't do this.
Give me those rainbow bearded Clippies in the chat room. Load it up there for. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Look at that. Oh my God.
So we have. Oh yeah. There was a sticker that we did. Oh yes.
There
Load it up there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Clippy.
Yes. So it's being able to infer correctly, right?
Yes.
You're making sure that iteration happens so that you're not being obtrusive and annoying, but you are helping and accelerating what the coder's intent.
Yes, it's helpful, and the number of folks who use IntelliSense.
See how cool this is? This is Mike's first Twitch experience, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, my first.
He is a Twitch, I won't say
Don't go there.
I won't go there.
Twitch
it's not
newbie?
appropriate. He's a newbie.
That's fine.
I'm a newbie, yes.
He's learning why it's so fabulous.
Absolutely. So I want to go back. I want to make sure we don't lose this. So this is Skull Crusher for Life is asking a specific question about Seeq.
Yeah.
Does we lost the Seeq support. There we go. Support batch processing in addition to constant streams.
I don't know who you are, but I love the question because yes, we support.
This is Skull Crusher.
Process.
Talk to Skull
Skull Crusher.
Skull Crusher, yo, yes.
There you go.
We support process manufacturing, continuous and batch. Our largest customers are in oil and gas, followed closely by pharmaceuticals, chemicals, cement, and other batch. So yes, we work on both sides.
All right, that's an impressive product.
Yep. Well,
very cool stuff.
It's specific to that data type, but those are the pieces we work with.
And
can I randomize you on something?
Please.
Oh, okay.
This is we are
doing live.
We are doing it live.
I'm shocked that Mike wants to randomize
I have
you.
to recognize the fact that we are here in the Microsoft Build.
Yes.
In the Washington Trade Conference Center.
Yep.
Yes, downtown Seattle.
Ready back
Downtown
to
Seattle.
hurt your brain?
Please do.
In September of 1991.
September of 1991. Okay.
Okay. Visual Basic's been out 6 months. The Microsoft Developer Tools Forum was held in this building in September of 1991, the very first Microsoft Developer Conference.
Okay.
Later renamed as
PDC.
No.
TechEd.
TechEd.
Oh.
After TechEd, it was renamed
Ignite.
Ignite.
Yes.
Right.
TechEd became Ignite.
And this is the crazy thing about Microsoft. I need somebody to decipher the geologic layers of the naming.
Yeah.
I talk
You can do it.
But I talk to people and they're like, well, blah, 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 blah. And I have to reverse engineer, like,
where
what
did this
that
show
used
come
to be?
from?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in September 1991, Developer Tools Forum, Microsoft Developer, this building. I remember going up the escalator into this building at that point, and there were people there. And it's, if you're going to have an event.
They're here?
I know, they were here, and you're going to have an event, you're like, I hope they're here. And they were here, and that was the start of the entire sort of developer community effort. That was the start of the conferences. That was the start of MSDN. That was the start of all sorts of things.
So what you might really appreciate as we try and grow the developer community, what's really great about Twitch, and I'm going to make a couple shout outs here to some of you in the chat room, Twitch. We do live coding. We write code live here so people can watch. They can join in either through a live share or they can submit pull requests because everything's out on GitHub.
Okay.
So what becomes really neat is there's other folks that are hanging out in the chat room. I mentioned Gareth is out there. He's another one of the live coders on a team that we've created. Just like you have teams of folks that play sports together, we have a team on Twitch that collaborates, and we produce and teach people how to write code together. There goes Robert Tables. Robert Tables does containers and some IoT development and some hardware development on Saturdays. He's been building keyboards and robots on Saturdays, all here on Twitch, so we can encourage folks. You want to learn about technology, you want to find out about all these things. We've got this great group, and because it's all live on a web service, it doesn't matter where you are, when you are, they can tune in and learn about and ask questions in this very, I think of this like morning talk radio, right? Right?
Remember Car Talk?
Oh my gosh.
It's almost like Car Talk with code.
It is.
You actually see the engine and work on the engine together.
But I've got to warn you, you need...
But what I do have
a very
particular set of skills.
A very particular set of skills to do this.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
A very long career. You need to spend... And that means you have...
Beards.
What about commitment, focus, and share something will? Do you need that
Sure.
too?
You do need that.
I feel like MSN
Oh gosh, we should do that. We need a little bit of that. Hang on. You need what were they again?
Commitment, focus, and sheer will.
Sheer will. There we go. Right. So
will, something like that.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So, oh yeah. I'm a big fan of morning radio and dropping these sound effects in. So.
You do love your little device
Stream
there.
Deck?
It's super cool.
Oh yes, we love the Elgato.
I push the buttons all the time, though. It would overload.
Yes, Robert Tables is pointing out on stream we've made extensions for things like Visual Studio Code.
Yep.
Our friend Brian Clark, he's Clark.io on Twitch. Yep. The chat room can actually highlight lines of text in the editor while he's broadcasting.
That's super cool.
They send a command, and so to some folks who've been working on the editor and the tools since way back, there's that next level of interaction.
Got it.
That becomes very interesting for us.
And an opportunity to both improve the code and also find new ideas.
Exactly.
Well, it seems like the next gen open source.
Open source on steroids.
Open source on steroids, because it's not actually just, here I did this, but hey, let's talk about this as we're doing it.
Exactly.
And working in real time.
Skull Crusher's asking, what's the Seeq website? Currently working at a refinery looking for a product they can do batch processing analytics. Do you want to fire a URL in there? Do you want to key it in for them?
www.seeq.com. S-E-E-Q.
It's spelled funny.
It's spelled funny. We have a story on that.
There you go.
Seeq.com.
Seeq.com, and the bot went and identified, there's the title of the page.
Advanced Analytics.
So I have a bot that runs and takes every URL and tells us what the title is before you click through to it.
Got it.
That's awesome.
So I do that with images also. If folks post an image into the chat room, a link to an image, it'll resolve what the image is.
Got it. And I guess one other thing is different now.
Yes.
Is the sense that, like we're talking about the development tools world and Visual Studio, but both of us now, we both have REST APIs.
Yeah.
Like the universality of, and there's a REST API for that too. And by the way, we have C# SDK, Java SDK,
Python SDK. I have all three of those SDKs as well.
But because it's a RESTful endpoint, you don't even need the SDK if you had something else that wasn't supported. You're using something crazy.
The SDK is just to make it a little bit easier in a particular language.
You have
to support .NET Core.
Of course.
That's important as well.
Go. You want to support Dart. Something that's...
We decided not to support Go. Are we going to get into trouble with your community?
Not this group.
Okay.
How about MATLAB and R?
No.
That's our world.
Well, R is all about data. But Python SDK Python is really, you want to write a data ingestion script. Right. Python is really, I think, the language people need to know.
It's more some of the ML functions than it is sort of data in out on the Python side.
Okay.
For us.
Okay.
For us
and
anyway.
Python I'm happy with. It's not...
Right, master. It might be dangerous.
It's not dangerous at all to use Python. We're okay with that. All right?
Some of the other ones. But that like how many apps, the pervasiveness of apps that are APIs, REST APIs, now we can go do more interesting things from the outside, and people can do interesting apps.
I feel like there's this world of Lego pieces out there that are RESTful endpoints that you can just pull together and snap into an amazing application. And we're going to do that this afternoon with the DocuSign APIs.
Yes.
Bring that into an application that wasn't designed for it easily.
We're going to sound old again, but do you remember the first time we talked about web services and SOAP in 2001?
And we still have a SOAP API, by the way, but only some of our large customers use it.
Shame.
I know, shame. Yes, we have to maintain our SOAP API, but all, like 85-90% of all development is on the REST API.
Okay, good. Okay.
So,
we don't have SOAP.
But they used to say, so back when the iPhone first shipped out, people started saying, there's an app for that. Do you know what people say now?
There's an API for that.
There's an API for that.
Yep.
And that is today's world.
So let me ask you, when you think about apps on your phone, I feel like the app stores on the phone have become swamped. It's hard to find things on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
We looked at this for a
long time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's some really great apps out there, but I feel like searching for and finding that nugget, right? I'm right now in a mode where I don't want to look for those nuggets of great apps. I want to have someone tell me, you've got to install this, it's really great. You're already using this service. Here's the app that goes with it. And I'm actually in a mode now where I want to delete more apps from my phone.
I actually have a whole slew to delete right now.
Yeah.
I'm just being lazy.
Okay.
Have you built any App Store apps, Mac App Store apps?
I have not.
Okay. I had a team.
I'm a web guy.
Somebody on your list.
I'm sure folks on our on the chat room have.
Somebody remind me, remember Catch-22, right? The equivalent of Catch-22, which says if you are an app on the App Store, you are not allowed to suggest or recommend other apps that people should be using, because that would break your rules about being an app on the App Store in the first place. And there's some. It's like Part 19 of the something agreement.
Yeah.
Because we looked at this. I was working for
some other startup.
Another startup. We were looking at this, and what we got to the point was where we wanted, hey, let's use ML, let's use AI, let's figure out what people need or what they use most. What are those killer apps? And then you run smack up against Part 19.2 or whatever that Mac agreement that gets you into that state of, well, I want to know what's relevant to me.
Does Google have the same thing on Android? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because outside of the United States, Android is much bigger.
It's huge.
And so
huge outside the States.
We have an Android app and an iPhone app for DocuSign, and Android is growing faster, particularly because we're growing so fast outside of the United States.
Got it.
But we do have that. I hadn't seen that though. That's very interesting on the.
It's a frustration.
But, of course, on the iPhone, like Rhinoceros Rex is suggesting, it's so hard to find the right fart apps these days.
Dee knows the
Throw me a freaking bone.
You know all the right fart apps, don't you, Dee?
Dude, were you telling my piece of trivia?
No, didn't go there. No.
We're having a guest that you can't see, sorry, so it's not really
She's
cool.
over on the other side of the camera.
There are so many fart apps in Apple Store.
How many do you think?
They stop accepting them.
But which
they
are
stopped
the good
accepting
ones?
fart
We're talking
apps?
about which are the good ones.
Oh, there's like 3, and I actually...
There we go. Svava is sharing a little bit of gas with us there. Thank you for the gas emote.
Thank you.
So,
thank you. We still like our fart humor here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was introduced to the group, but otherwise.
Is there a farting API is what I want.
Sorry, Robert. Look at this. They're trying to execute a fart command in the chat room. Robert Tables.
Yes. No, but this is really funny because you're talking about the open source and your GitHub.
Yes.
We have a coding formula in Seeq in our application. We do some scripting and so forth. So of course we had to go get the GitLab bad word, the bad word code checker. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you get the code checker.
So you couldn't have variable names that said, you can beat me now.
Oh well, no. I've got and then I don't have the bleeps. Wait, we're just naturally family friendly here. My gosh.
No, but I didn't realize that I should have thought of. Is an API for that? If there's not an API, there's certainly a library.
Robert Tables is suggesting farting as a service.
Farting as a service. Yeah.
That needs to be a thing.
A microservice.
I'm positive. It's positive. It's already on GitHub. Somebody's got it on GitHub. Yeah, somebody's out there.
Yeah.
That happens. That's just a guess.
GitHub is not showing any preview image, but I think I'm not sure what you're talking about there. You need one fart app. It's called Phone.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this has been terrific. I think we've got some more guests getting ready to come in here.
Oh look, I think I see Beth Massey over there. Is she
Are we
coming
gonna
on now?
have the Beth Massey?
The Beth Massey.
The Beth Massey. She's in the house.
All right.
So
And you blew it!
we gotta
Pleasure.
cut. Thanks so much. It was great to meet you, Mike.
Thanks
And we
for
will see
fitting
you.
me in as well. I'll see you later today
Absolutely.
for our little live coding of
We'll
our
do
app.
live coding
All right.
just in a few hours.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Yep, you're out. There we go. And we're going to start to bring in our next guest. Oh my gosh.